Hey y'all. So an update on the eviction. So I truly believe that when it came to this eviction, I believe that I had time to pay this freaking rent. So after I went to court and I got the 7-day eviction, they gave me 7 days. Instead of me just trusting God, I just went on and put my things in storage. But something kept saying, just hold on and wait. But I kept listening to my husband where he was like, they're gonna come over here and knock on the door and put us out, yada yada yada. But something in me was saying that wasn't true. I had peace. I was worried a little bit, but I wasn't worried, if you know what I'm saying. And so that was 2 weeks ago. Yesterday they just went over there and set our things out. That gave me an extra 2 weeks to be able to come up with the rest of the money through work or whatever. So when I found that out, it kind of like crushed me, because it was like, if you had just sat still and waited on God, he was going to move. He was going to, you know what I'm saying? To me, it felt like they were waiting on me, because I kept communicating with them. I kept emailing them and texting them and asking them, like, if I come up with the money, would you still allow me to stay? But another thing is, she texted me and she said, as long as the eviction office don't put the eviction through, you will have to pay today. And I took it as of that day that I emailed, and they responded to my email. So I was just like, okay, then I guess, I'm just gonna have to move, So so here we are 2 weeks later, and they just put the stuff out yesterday, and I feel like, I had time. I was a little bit like salty about that, because it's like, dang, I could have just, instead of putting all that money into a hotel, I could have just, sat still, kept the money in the bank, waited till my next payday, and had the money, which would have been this past Thursday. I would have had it. I would have had all of it. The full 6,000. It was over 6,000. I would have had it. So now I'm gonna have an eviction on my record, which is going to keep me from being able to get housing for me and my family. And so now I feel like I'm at the point where I need to start repairing my credit so that I can just buy a home. Because at this point, they're going to see that credit score, and not credit score, they're going to see that history, the eviction on my history, and and I was living there going on 4 years. It's not like I was, I don't know, I don't know, y'all. It is what it is. Ain't nothing I can do about it now. Nothing I can do about it. So where do we go from here? I really don't know. All I know is that I need to hurry up and make a move so I can get my children out of the situation where they're at, because they're stressed too. You know, they're stressed too, and I can tell that they're stressed, and they want to be around their mom and their dad, and my oldest children, the older two, want to be, with me, and so I got to make some moves. I really don't know what I'm gonna do though. I don't. I wish I was able to afford to just bring the kids up there where I am, or even get an Airbnb if I was able to afford to even just do that. And just have the children with us. It won't be as bad, But who she ride with? Cause that is her car. I don't know, they ain't back that fast. I'm just pulled up at my daughter's house. Somebody dropped eggs. They must have just went to the grocery store. Or did somebody egg their car on? Somebody egged their car? Yeah, y'all, I don't know. But that's just the update on what's going on. I'm still at the hotel, paying all this money a week to be at a hotel, which sucks. It's terrible, and I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna just go and get a 2 or 3 bedroom. But 3 bedrooms are just expensive as 4 bedrooms, depending on the area, depending on how it look. If I want something run down, I'll probably be able to find a 3 bedroom for maybe $1,200. That's run down. That's raggedy. That's something needing a lot of TLC. Because the nice 3 bedrooms is up there $1,800 and up with the 4 bedroom. So, and I don't know. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. I don't know what to do. But to have an eviction, I wish I would be able to find something before the eviction show up. But the last people showed me that even though the eviction ain't on there, they're calling and getting information. So I called them. I don't know if I told y'all that, but I called them and I asked them why they denied my application, and they said because I was going through an eviction. Why y'all call? That's that house that with the video I showed y'all. All right, my daughter just pulled up. We about to go double dutch.